Oh, okay. So this story. Oh, okay. This one's pretty fun. My mom is awesome. Okay. My mom is like, she's a Southern woman, but she doesn't have a Southern accent. She only has a Southern accent when she's mad. So whenever she has a Southern accent, that means that you need to stay away from her.
Okay.
So me and my friend, when I was in high school,
That's a good indicator.
Yeah, me in high school was a mess. I was crazy. It was wild. So we this is great. So we thought they were gone. Like I thought they were not at home. So we showed up at the house before we went out to this party, and we had a cooler filled with beer, tons of beer. And you're not allowed to drink in the States until you're 21, right? So we show up with all this beer or whatever, and my mom is standing in the hallway when we show up at the house. And we're like, fuck. And my mom's like, what's in the cooler? And we're like, there's soda. And she's like, yeah, bullshit. Open the cooler. So we open the cooler and there's all these beers, right? And we're like, we just spent so much money on that. And my mom's like, well, you fucked up. Now you know. Don't spend the money on it. You'll be fine, right? And so I go to the bathroom, right? And I'm just super disappointed, right? My buddy's disappointed. All the people that gave us money, they're going to be disappointed, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there, I'm sitting on the toilet. I'm not even going to the bathroom. I'm just in the bathroom, just depressed, right? And I see this money slide underneath the door. And it's $40. Just enough for all the beer that we just bought. And I was like, first of all, my mom doesn't know how much a 30-pack of beer is. I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? So I get the money, and I'm not gonna, I just pocket it. And I go out, and my dad is telling me, he's like, I can't believe you guys brought that beer in here. Can't believe you bought beer. And and we're leaving, and I'm like, but I think he was the one that gave me the money for it. And we're leaving, and my dad's like, and my mom's like, you get out of my fucking house. So then we go out or whatever, and then we come back, and we come back drunk, right? We're drunk. And we show back up at the house, and we're fucking drunk. And my mom is again, just waiting in the hallway. Uh-huh. She's like, I know exactly what your dad told me what he did. And I'm like, God damn it. Really, Pop? You spilled the beans, And my dad later on, he's like, you can't keep a secret from the woman. She'll destroy your life. So you got to tell her. So he spilled the beans, told her what he did. We show up drunk. She's waiting. And she's got her fucking frying pan, right? And my mom, she didn't beat us when I was a kid. Only when I needed it. Okay, so and she would do it occasionally just to make a point, right? And we're 17, 18 years old, me and my friend. And we show up, and we're drunk, and we see her, and I'm like, we're fucked. Mm-hmm. And my mom's pissed. And she's like, I can't believe what you did, your dad told me. And I'm like, look at my friend, and I'm like, dude, you need to run. You need to get out of here. And he's like, why? And my mom just out of nowhere just smacks him in the ass with the frying pan. And he's like, oh! And then I'm like, oh! And I know that I'm not allowed to wince, right? So you just sit there and you take it, right? And she just smokes me with it. And I'm like, oh my God, this fucking hurts if you've ever been hit in the ass with a frying pan. And then she finally gives us one or two, and then puts the frying pan down and she goes, I never want to see you do that shit again. And then goes back to the bedroom. And my buddy's like, your mom's fucking crazy, dude. And I'm like, I told you to run, dude. Why didn't you fucking run? And he's like, I didn't think you were serious. I'm like, well, now you know, dude. Now you know. So needless to say, we didn't do the beer thing at my house ever again after that because my mom is pretty insane, when it comes to beer, right? And I came home drunk one other night too, and she was fucking mad. And she just she starts yelling at me how, I'm fucking drinking and, what are you doing? You can't believe what you're doing. And then I said something. I was drunk and I said something I don't have to listen to you. And she's like, got super pissed, right? And she's like, "Raw!" and like came after me. And like she hit the garbage can and she flew over the garbage can. And then like, I'm like, is she okay? And then she just starts cracking up laughing. And she's like, just go to bed. Just go to bed. And like, so what I found out was that like, she wasn't really ever mad. It was just a point she was making. So like, she could pretend to be like the devil. Like she could pretend to be that pissed off quick. And I'm like scared to death. I'm like, she's gonna kill me, you know? And she's just does whatever she does and then turns around and then she's just smiling back to her room like, I got him again. So there's a little bit about my mom that I think is pretty interesting story about that woman.